Oh, look at this. Isn't she a cutie pie, eh? I might leave that in.
Just say thank you to everyone for the beautiful testimonies. And I'm just amazed at how the Lord works with each individual in the way that is the best for you. You know, and sometimes when we're in the crisis, we don't think that's the best, eh? But often when you look back 5 years later, 10 years later, you realize the Lord knew what he was doing. Because he's not only working with you, you know, he's working with other people around you and he's working with circumstances. And I'm just always astounded and amazed at how he does it. I was this morning, again, came across that verse in the Passion Translation. Let me just look. I think it's Isaiah. Oh, goodness. And I might need my glasses for this, you know, this age of ours. Need our glasses. So the Passion Translation says, Lord, you stand beside me like a mighty warrior or dread champion. Some of the other translations don't use the word dread champion. So that's Jeremiah 20:11. And I just love that idea of the Lord being a dread champion. And when we need him, when we're in crisis, he's there with us. And the other beautiful image I've got, and I've shared that a couple of times with clients. Years ago, a lady was sharing a testimony at a conference, and she said she had to go for this interview, and she was really scared to go for this interview. And then the Lord said to her, see me as the Lion of Judah next to you. You know, so I don't know if you guys have seen a real lion. Now, we come from Africa. I'm telling you, if that lion roars, you feel it. It's as if the earth is doing this. It is really scary. So if that's what the Lord is doing to my enemy or the thing that's causing me fear, how amazing is that? Having the dread champion or having the Lion of Judah next to me to roar towards the enemy. Now, there's three stuff I want to share tonight. Well, three little points to help you remember. Faith, fear, and finger. So I'm going to tell you a testimony. It was this finger of mine years ago. Oh, my goodness, I don't know what I did, but I slammed it in the door of the car, and it was very painful, and it was very blue But it took me a while to get to the doctor. I in faith, declared and trusted that it will heal. And normally, the Lord has always, my whole life, been very gracious that I pray for something and it heals. So I was sort of waiting for this finger to heal, but it was not healing. And I was very busy at school, and it was hard getting to the doctor, etc., etc. And the finger just became more sore and more sore and more sore. And later on, infection, and later on, the nail. So by the time I get to the doctor, she says, oh my goodness. She didn't say, you silly girl or you naughty girl. She just said, oh my goodness, we might have to drill a little hole in your nail to get the pus out. So it was quite horrible. And the nail came off, etc., etc. And I thought, isn't that what sometimes happens in our Christian life? We have trauma or pain or disappointment, and we walk around with a sore finger, we bump it, and we don't get help. And we don't go to the Lord and ask the Lord, Lord, come with your precious blood and come and heal. We sort of just do it. And when you go to bed, it's painful. And when you wash the dishes, it's painful. So instead of addressing the problem, we're just whinging with this victim mentality. And then the problem becomes bigger and bigger and more painful. You know, so as the doctor said to me, if you got here earlier, it would have been much less of a problem. So sometimes we have fear that we don't want to address the issue. Sometimes we have so much faith that we're unrealistic, like in this situation of mine. And sometimes you need some other people to talk into your life. But the other thing of the finger, we are all the body of Christ. So this finger affected my hand, it affected my arm, it affected how I did life for that week or 2 or 3. It took a long time for it to heal and whatever. And isn't that, we all have a responsibility. If you've got issues and trauma and pain, come to the healing rooms, bring your friends along, go to the Lord, deal with it, because the people around you are suffering. If you're walking around with a sore finger, people around you affected. If you are the victim, people are affected. So I say good on you guys and girls for coming and share with others, bring them along. If it's hard for them to come, bring them with you and pray for them. Faith, fear, and finger. Don't let the finger become such a big problem.